Hello guys and welcome. So in this video I wanted to answer the question, what is Graveyard Keeper? This video is aimed at people who know nothing about Graveyard Keeper and have always been curious. Hopefully it will serve as a good starter guide for you. But before we continue, a quick message from past Mithrie. Thank you for watching the video so far. Remember to give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and ring the bell to help with the YouTube algorithm. Now back to the video. So, as per the What Is series, I'm going to link as many useful resources in the description box below, including to this trailer, to the official website, and to the Wikipedia page. So, Graveyard Keeper is a graveyard-themed simulation role-playing game developed by Lazy Bear Games and published by tinyBuild. The game's alpha version was released for Windows in May 2018, followed by regular releases for Windows, Xbox One later that year, and versions for Nintendo Switch, PlayStation 4 were introduced in 2019. It was released in Japan in February 2020. The player takes the role of a person hit by a car and awakes to find himself taking care of a dilapidated medieval cemetery. The player manages their character's time and energy levels as they clear brush, dig grapes, and place headstones, keep honeybees, craft goods, mine for stone and metal, and engage in social activities such as witch burnings. With the various residents of the small village, all while earning in-game money to expand their graveyard. The game is open-ended, allowing the player to take on activities as they see fit. So I have played this game. I played it a lot, actually. I really, really like it. So what was basically mentioned is that when you have to keep up your energy levels, you have to eat. You have to make sure that you have enough energy because you won't be able to do things when you run out of energy. And but at the same time, there are certain events which happen on certain days of the week. So you need to be ready, for example, on Sunday to have mass in your church. And if you don't, then you won't earn enough money to keep going. And also as well, you see that donkey that was delivering dead bodies. At the beginning, he will do it for free, but later on, he will expect to be fed carrots. Otherwise, he won't bring you more bodies. You need more bodies in order to populate more graves. And as you saw, there's also the autopsy. So the autopsy, what that allows you to do is allows you to cut out the evilness from the body. And the higher the quality of body there is, the higher rating you'll get towards your graveyard. Also, as well, you can fashion each grave to be as pretty as possible with headstones, pretty headstones, decorations, and so on. So the rating is a combination of the quality of the body buried, the headstone, like if you have any decorations, and so on. And overall, it will affect your graves or the actual graveyard's rating. And the higher the rating, the more rewards you will earn. Now, the motivation that you have to keep going with all of this is to basically just try and expand and try and earn more for your little empire that you're building up. And you can set up on quests for the local village. In the local village as well, you can pick up vegetables you might need to plant. And then you saw that there was also your own farm. You can grow your own vegetables, so you don't always have to go ahead and buy them. Initially, you can buy them, get seeds, and then make your own. And then also as well, you need to clear out. You can see all these weeds and stuff. They need to be cleared out and so on. And you cut down the trees and things like that. At the very beginning of the game as well, your graveyard really doesn't look that good at all. So you really have to clean up the mess you currently have. But by doing that as well, you see as well, you can also upgrade your church. And along the way, there's also skills that you can learn. As you can see, this is a skill tree. And you can advance your skills and therefore make more and more complicated items. You can craft the logs from trees that you're cutting down if you have the right tools. You can pick up ores and you can smelt them into metal that you might need. But you need space in order to put your crafting items. And every time you're mining, every time you're cutting down trees and so on, you're using energy. So it's the ultimate combination of time plus energy plus resource management. And for that reason, I really, really like it. Now, there's also other things happening in the game. There's people who are trying to set their ways, their intentions on you, and you have to decide whether you're going to side with them or not. I don't really want to say more than that. It's up to you how you go about it. Do you want to side with the Inquisitor? Do you not? Do you want to help your villagers? Do you not? Do you want to help the Bouncing Skull? Do you not? And so on. And you then work your way towards your ultimate goal, basically, which is to just have your own successful farm, your own successful graveyard. So your entire purpose in your entire life is this. Now, what you can also do, which is kind of gross, when you do autopsies on the body, you can actually take flesh from the body and you can eat it. If you have no other choices to eat and you need energy, that is an option for you, but I don't recommend it because it can have really bad impact on you, but it is available to you. And also as well, you can upgrade the area where you do your autopsies. So the more you play, the more you discover, the more things build and stuff like that. The community behind this game is also really good as well. You'll hopefully find a lot of good players with a lot of good guides who will help you out. So it's a bit different to Stardew Valley, which I covered a couple of days ago. It's a bit more grim, but at the same time, I feel it's just as fun. So let me know in those comments down below. Have you played Graveyard Keeper? Do you like it? What do you think of it? That was my own personal experience of it. You can see as well, you can get weapons, you can upgrade your armor, and things like that to be able to clear out some of the areas that you want to take over, mostly in the basement of the church. And some of the things they drop, you see they drop their wings. You can use that for crafting as well, because while you're delivering your masses in the church, for example, you can give out Bibles or you can use books or whatever to help with your knowledge. But you need to make paper. How do you make paper? Bat wings, combination of several other items. You need to go to town. You need to find ink so you can write down in your book. You can make fishing rods, go fishing. So even though the game looks really simple, there's a lot of complexity to it. And the more you play, the more you discover. You can repair that bridge that you saw that was broken. So do not underestimate how detailed this game is. Like I said, I played it for dozens of hours and so on. And you can see, for example, at the very top right of the screen right now, there's a quality rating of the graveyard. You want it to be as high as possible so that they will help you upgrade your church, basically. Simple as that. So now don't worry as well, guys. Like it's not a religious game, you know. It's like, even though it touches on certain themes, by no means you have to have any sort of religious beliefs at all to enjoy this game. Simple as that. It's the belief of the character you're playing, nothing more. And yeah, so guys, what we're now going to do, we're going to visit the official website. We're going to see what's written on there, and I think that'll be it afterwards. Okay, so this is the official website. It's graveyardkeeper.com. It says, from the creators of Punch Club comes the most inaccurate medieval cemetery management sim of the year. Welcome to Graveyard Keeper. Out on PC, Xbox One, Nintendo Switch, PlayStation 4, iOS, and Android. So you can get it on Nintendo Switch for, in the UK, it's £15.49. And that's the trailer that we've been looking at. So, face ethical dilemmas. Do you really want to spend money on the proper hot dog meat for the festival when you have so many resources lying around? Gather valuable resources and craft new items. Expand your graveyard into a thriving business. Go ahead and gather valuable resources scattered in the surrounding areas and explore what this land has to offer. Make business alliances. These dead bodies don't need all the blood, do they? Why not sell it to someone who can put it to good use? Save for body parts. Hey, it's being efficient with recycling. But yeah, that's the other thing as well. When you're doing the autopsy, you can actually mess it up. And you can then leave the body that you have in a bundled mess. If that happens, don't bury that. It will really severely hurt your rating of your grave. But you can build a incinerator and just burn them. And that's the way to get rid of your mistakes. But then you can level up your skills as a surgeon to do better autopsies in the future. So, and sometimes the body that you'll get simply is evil, and they'll have a negative rating regardless. So there are guides out there to explain how you can reduce the rating to 0, but in those cases when they're so evil, you might never get them to a plus rating. And then it says, explore mysterious dungeons. No medieval game would be complete without these. take a trip into the unknown and find useful new ingredients, which may or may not poison a whole bunch nearby villagers' capitalism. And that's it. So we'll leave it at that for today. Anyway, guys, that's it for this video. If you liked it, be sure to give it a thumbs up. You can watch a random video over there. You can watch the latest upload down there. Or you can click down here to subscribe. Thank you, guys. Bye-bye.